In a grand alien hall, thousands of powerful beings stood silent. Not a single voice dared to speak. The alien queen stood proud. But behind her glowing eyes was a pain the galaxy could not see. One sentence echoed through the hall. No one wants my daughter. The grand alien hall was silent. Thousands of powerful beings stood in long rows. They came from different worlds. Some were tall and shining. Some had glowing eyes. Some looked like living machines. But none of them spoke. At the center of the hall stood the alien queen. She was tall and proud. Her armor was made of living crystal. A crown of blue light floated above her head. To everyone watching, she looked strong. But inside her eyes, there was pain. Deep pain. One sentence echoed again and again in her mind. No one wants my daughter. The queen slowly looked across the hall. She had ruled the galaxy for hundreds of years. She had ended wars. She had destroyed enemies. Yet today, she felt weak. Behind her stood her daughter, Princess Lyra. She was young, but not weak. Her skin softly glowed with silver light. Her eyes changed color without warning. Sometimes blue. Sometimes gold. Many feared those eyes. Lyra was different. She was born with great power. Too great. Her power was not stable. Energy moved around her even when she tried to stay calm. The air around her bent and shook. And worse than that, she could see the future. Not clearly. Only broken pieces. Painful visions. Worlds burning. People screaming. Because of this, the galaxy feared her. The queen stepped forward. Her voice was calm, but heavy. My daughter has come of age, the queen said. She is ready for a royal bond. The rulers of the Galactic Alliance listened carefully. A royal bond meant peace. It meant shared power. It meant trust. But no one moved. One by one, the rulers began to speak. A tall insect-like lord stepped forward. My empire refuses, he said. Her powers are unstable. A metal-skinned ruler followed. She is dangerous, he said. She could destroy entire systems. Another ruler shook his head. She sees the future, he said. Such power should not exist. Each word was like a blade. Princess Lyra lowered her head. Her hands slowly clenched. She had expected this. But it still hurt. The queen felt her heart burn. One proposal after another was rejected. Not one ruler accepted. Not one. The hall filled with whispers. Fear. Doubt. Disgust. No one wants her, someone whispered. The queen raised her hand. Silence returned. Her voice now carried anger. You speak of danger, she said. But my daughter has harmed no one. She stepped closer to the alliance leaders. You sit here because of my empire's protection, she continued. And yet you shame my blood. Her eyes burned bright blue. The ground beneath the hall vibrated. Princess Lyra felt the energy rise. She wanted to stop it. But she could not. The queen took a deep breath. Then she spoke words that froze the hall. If no one accepts my daughter, she said slowly, then this alliance will end. Everyone gasped. The queen continued. I will tear this council apart, she said. I will destroy every world that stands against her. Fear spread like fire. Some rulers stepped back. Others activated hidden weapons. War was seconds away. Princess Lyra looked up. Mother, she whispered. But it was too late. The queen's power was rising. The lights in the hall flickered. Energy storms formed above. Then, a voice spoke. Calm. Clear. Human. I will accept her. The hall froze. The queen stopped. Everyone turned. The voice came again. I will accept your daughter. The crowd parted slowly. A single figure walked forward. He was small compared to the others. He had no glowing armor. No floating crown. No weapons. Just a simple coat. Simple boots. He was human. Murmurs exploded across the hall. A human? This is a joke. Humans are weak. The man stopped in front of the queen. He stood straight. Not proud. Not afraid. Just calm. My name is Ethan, he said. I speak for myself. The queen stared at him. A human dares to speak here, she asked. Yes, Ethan replied. The alliance leaders laughed. You will die, one said. She will destroy you by accident. Ethan looked at Princess Lyra. She met his eyes. For the first time. She did not see fear. She saw something else. Understanding. The queen studied him. You know nothing of her power, she said. She could break your mind. Ethan nodded. I know, he said, and you still accept, the queen asked. Yes, he answered. The hall grew quiet again. The queen slowly turned toward her daughter. Princess Lyra's hands were shaking. Mother, she whispered. The queen faced Ethan once more. Why? She asked. You gain nothing. Ethan took a breath. Because she deserves a chance, he said. The queen's eyes widened slightly. No one had ever said that before. The energy in the hall faded. The storm above vanished. For the first time that day, the queen smiled. Just a little. A human, she said quietly. The galaxy watched in silence. The future had just changed. The hall did not return to normal after the human spoke. It felt broken. The rulers of the Galactic Alliance stared at the man in disbelief. Some were angry. Some were afraid. Most were confused. A human had stepped forward. Not a general. Not a king. Just a human. Queen Zaratha stood still, watching him closely. She had seen many beings beg before her. She had seen warriors scream her name in fear. But this man did none of that. He stood quietly. As if he belonged. Say your name again, the queen said. Ethan, the human replied. Ethan Hale. The insect lord clicked his claws in anger. This is an insult, he shouted. A weak species dares to claim the princess. Another ruler laughed. Humans live short lives, he said. They break easily. Princess Lyra listened to every word. Her heart felt heavy. She expected Ethan to step back. He did not. Ethan slowly turned toward the alliance. You are right, he said calmly. Humans are weak compared to you. The hall grew quiet. But weakness is not useless, he continued. It teaches us care. Some rulers frowned. Others leaned closer. Queen Zaratha raised an eyebrow. You speak boldly, she said. But bold words do not stop destruction. She stepped down from her throne. Each step shook the floor. My daughter's power is unstable, the queen said. She could kill you without trying. Ethan nodded again. I know, he said. Princess Lyra looked at him. Why did he keep saying that? Then why stand here, the queen demanded. Why risk death? Ethan looked at Lyra once more. She felt it. Something warm. Something strange. I have seen fear, Ethan said. On many worlds. The alliance rulers exchanged looks. I have seen people called monsters, he continued. Just because they were different. Lyra's eyes widened. The Queen listened carefully now. I don't see a monster, Ethan said. I see someone who was never given a choice. Silence filled the hall. Lyra's hands stopped shaking. No one had ever spoken for her like this. The Queen's voice lowered. You think words are enough? She asked. No, Ethan replied. I think actions matter. The Queen turned away. For generations, we protected this galaxy, she said. And now you expect me to trust a human? Yes, Ethan said. The Alliance exploded in noise. Madness. Execute him. This is a threat. Guards raised their weapons. Energy fields activated. Princess Lyra felt panic rise. Her power reacted. The lights flickered again. Stop, the Queen shouted. Everything froze. She turned back toward Ethan. If I accept this, she said slowly, you will face a trial. Ethan did not hesitate. I accept, he said. The Queen's eyes glowed brighter. This trial will not test your strength, she said. It will test your mind. The Alliance leaned forward. Princess Lyra's breath caught. You will stand beside my daughter, the Queen continued. When her power loses control. Gasps echoed through the hall. That is suicide, someone whispered. Princess Lyra stepped forward. No, she cried. You cannot do this. The Queen looked at her. If he runs, she said softly. Then the galaxy was right. Lyra turned to Ethan. Fear filled her eyes. You will die, she whispered. Ethan smiled gently. Then I will die trying, he said. The Queen raised her hand. The trial begins now. The floor of the hall opened. A deep chamber revealed below. Energy storms swirled inside. Princess Lyra felt it immediately. Her power answered the call. Pain surged through her head. Ethan stepped closer to her. Look at me, he said quietly. She did. I am here, he said. I am not leaving. The chamber sealed shut. The Alliance watched from above. This will end quickly, one ruler said. The energy inside the chamber grew violent. The air cracked. Lyra screamed. Her visions exploded in her mind. Future after future. Worlds burning. Ethan felt the pressure crush his chest. But he did not step back. The Queen watched silently. For the first time in centuries. She felt fear. Not for the galaxy. For hope. Because if this human failed, there would be no one left. And deep inside her heart, Queen Xenowars already knew the truth. This human was different. The chamber was breaking apart. Cracks of blue energy ran across the walls like lightning. The air screamed as gravity bent in strange ways. Princess Lyra fell to her knees. Her visions came all at once. Too many futures. Too much pain. She saw stars explode. She saw worlds burn. She saw herself standing alone, feared by all. She screamed. The sound shook the chamber. Above them, the Alliance leaders watched in horror. This is madness, one ruler said. The human will not survive 1 minute. Queen Xenowars did not speak. Her hands were tight around her throne. Inside the chamber, Ethan felt his body weaken. His bones felt heavy. His vision blurred. Every part of him screamed to run. But he did not move. Lyra's power exploded outward. Energy slammed into Ethan's chest. He flew back, and hit the wall hard. The Alliance gasped. See, someone shouted. Humans are weak. Princess Lyra cried out. No. Please, she begged. Stay away from me. She could feel it. Her power was going out of control. She was becoming what they feared. Ethan slowly pushed himself up. Blood ran from his mouth. His body shook. But his eyes were still calm. He walked toward her again. One step. Then another. Lyra looked at him in shock. Why? She cried. Why do you keep coming closer? Ethan stopped in front of her. Because running away is easy, he thought. But he spoke softly. Because you are not the danger, he said. The fear is. Lyra shook her head. You don't understand, she whispered. I destroy everything. Ethan slowly removed something from his coat. A small human device. Simple. Old. Damaged. What is that? Lyra asked. Ethan held it up. This, he said. It's broken human tech. The Alliance laughed. A toy. Pathetic. Ethan pressed a button. The device activated. A soft sound filled the chamber. Not energy. Not power. A memory. A human voice. A child's voice. I'm scared, the voice said. Lyra froze. Ethan spoke quietly. This is my sister, he said. She was afraid of her mind. The energy around Lyra slowed. She could hear thoughts. Ethan continued. People called her a monster. The Queen leaned forward. She was human, Ethan said. And humans fear what they don't understand. Lyra's vision slowed. Her breathing steadied. She learned control, Ethan said. Not by force. He stepped closer. But by being accepted. Lyra's hands stopped glowing. The Alliance leaders stared in silence. That device, one whispered. It is emotional stabilizing tech. Primitive. But effective. Human. The chamber stopped shaking. Lyra looked at Ethan. Tears filled her eyes. You are not afraid of me, she said. Ethan shook his head. No, he replied. I am afraid for you. Something changed. Lyra felt it. For the first time. The future was quiet. Her power settled. The chamber stabilized. Above, the Alliance leaders stood in silence. Queen Zaratha slowly stood up. Her voice shook. It is done, she whispered. The chamber opened. Ethan and Lyra stood together. Alive. The hall erupted in chaos. This is impossible. He should be dead. How did a human survive? The Queen raised her hand. Silence returned. She walked down to them. Slowly. Carefully. She looked at her daughter. Lyra was calm. Peaceful. Then the Queen looked at Ethan. You did not fight her, the Queen said. You did not control her. No, Ethan replied. I stood with her. The Queen's eyes filled with something rare. Respect. She turned to the Alliance. You feared power, she said. But you forgot something. Her voice grew louder. Power without control destroys, she said. But power with compassion saves. The Alliance leaders lowered their heads. The Queen placed her hand on Lyra's shoulder. My daughter, she said, was never the danger. She turned toward Ethan. Humans are not weak, she announced. They are patient. A shockwave of silence followed. From this day, the Queen declared. Humans are under my protection. The Alliance gasped. And any who threaten them, she continued, will answer to me. Lyra looked at Ethan. Her eyes glowed softly. Not with chaos. But with choice. The galaxy had changed. Not through war, but through one human who refused to walk away. Far across the stars, rumors would spread. Not about weapons. Not about fleets. But about something far more dangerous. Humans who care. Humans who stand. Humans who do not fear monsters. Because they were once called monsters too. And that is why the galaxy would one day learn to fear humanity. If this human choice moved you, if this story touched your heart, then don't forget to like this video. Because your like tells YouTube that stories like this matter. If you want more HFY sci-fi stories, where humans stand when others walk away, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, remember one thing. Never underestimate humanity.